If you are done planning, that means if your group is in agreement with the design, the list and everything, I need you to send one representative to the table. So when we create, we follow the plan, we build the design, and then you test it out.
Yours go on top. Yeah. 6 cardboard. 7 cardboard. And then 3 heads on top.
We have coffee filters, we have cheese cloths, we have cotton balls. We think it's gonna work out, like we think it's gonna go medium, so like it has to be medium so the turtle won't like die and they have enough water.
Now, you did an actually very nice job creating. I'm loving how a lot of these filters look. In your bin, everyone has a cup like this with a black mark, okay? This black mark represents 1/4 cup. This is where you catch your water because this is the water that we are going to look and see if it was clean. We're gonna test following certain directions because we wanna make sure that everyone has the same amount of time, the same chances to get their water clean. I have set up here a cup of water for each group. The water has different contaminants in it. Our goal is to get it clearer, and I need one person from each group to look at the time. You have to time how long it takes your filter to filter out 1/4 cup. When the water reaches the black line, you need to let me know, was it more than a minute or less than a minute? So if I say begin, you pour the water, 15 seconds later, you have 1/4 cup, which is that, less or more? Thank you, less than a minute. So you need to jot that down when you test, okay? Ready, set, pour.
Julie with the fire.
Less than a minute.
No bacteria.
Less than a minute. I want everyone to look up here for a second. Look at this water. They got exactly the line, okay, in less than a minute. And what do you think about the color? It's lighter. It's really light compared to how I gave it out because everyone got the same type of water. And as I'm looking at it, there's no particles in here whatsoever. There's none. So how many of you saw no change in the color of the water? This pretty much means no change. The water stayed absolutely the same. It was just as dark as the way you poured it in. Then, medium, I will say it lightens up a little bit. It lightens up a little bit, like this group. It's not as dark, okay? It's not as dark, which I'm very happy with this group actually.
Clear.
Still kind of see through it. It's light. And then of course clear would have looked like what's in this container here. Look at your filter now. How does it look like after you poured all the materials in? And I want you to think, with your group discuss, what do you think would happen if you poured more water to be filtered through that filter? With your group, what would happen?
I think the particles would get through because it got too soaked.
Yeah. I think that if we pour more water, it's still going to be the same thing. Same color without more particles.
So on the next page, I need you to score your design. Let me see.
Look now, Lil.
Okay. 4. Good, good. Look at your highest score. What was look at each individual category. Where did you score the highest? Someone raise your hand and tell me, where did your group score the highest?
The cost.
The cost. So that means what? That it costs too much?
No. Cost a lot of money.
It costs a lot of money. So what do you think you could do in order to lower that score?
As much. You can take the straight. No, we could take like 3 or 4 coffee filters.
Isaiah's mentioning that they can maybe take a couple of the materials away that maybe you didn't think worked that well out of their design. Does anyone have a different category where the number was higher? Ziari, what category was your number the highest?
The color.
The color. So if your color was the highest, what do you think you could do to make that score lower?
How to make the color lighter.
By how?
Like by
Okay.
putting like a little bit more materials in it.
Okay, maybe changing some of the materials to make the color lighter. Now we're working on the final step. We tested our filters. We saw what worked. We saw some actually positive results. Now we're going to make improvements. All right. Look at which one you are going to fix, improve, and then explain how will you improve it. Redraw your design, and then we're going to try to redo the filter. We're going to take everything out and make the filter again.
I think that we should use like more coffee filters because if we do more coffee filters, I think that the water will absorb it and then like it'll get more light.
Maybe use like a couple more cotton balls, like one more coffee filter, and a screen before the what's it called? Cheesecloth, and then maybe it'll bring a little lighter.
I think we should use like one more cheesecloth and like a little bit more cotton ball, so maybe the water will get lighter and it will come down slower.
How much did it cost the first time?
$34.
There you go. You already made an improvement. You made it a little bit cheaper. A lot of you did a very nice job making improvements. What did you need to improve in this group?
Cost.
The cost, okay? You needed to make the cost, I guess, cheaper. So what did you end up doing?
Taking away stuff.
You took away, can you tell me what you took away?
Took away one paper filter
You took away some paper filters
and one cheesecloth.
and a cheesecloth. And
And
what?
kept the 2 strings.
Okay, you kept the two screens. What was your original price?
$34.
$34. What was your price with the improvements? $24. Even though they didn't have the cheapest price or the lowest price, they still made an improvement because they were able to lower their price from the original design, which is very good. Please remember, it's very important to follow the steps of the engineering design process in order because all the steps are vital for that cycle. What I like about Lesson 4 is that their designs come to life, and a lot of them either get to see the design actually work or the design fail. But either way, they actually get to see something occur. I heard a lot of the students, as I said, ready, set, pour, as soon as the water started dripping, I could hear the, wow, it's lighter. Oh, wow, look, there's no particles. That alone was, okay, they're paying attention. They're looking for the important parts, that makes a successful filter. And something as small as the observation, to me, makes a difference because they're really paying attention. And that, to me, they might not be able to write it out on paper, but if they're able to explain it to me, that I've gotten the point across. If they're able to explain to someone else and tell someone else the importance of it, then it was successful.